Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Spiritual Day here. Welcome back to another video. I just wanted to react to this news clip with you guys real quick regarding our fucking border and what the fuck these motherfuckers is coming in, and how it's being truly revealed that the government never gave a fuck about immigrants coming in at all in the first place. And these motherfuckers aren't even real immigrants. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into it, boys.
Welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. A few weeks ago, a driver for a charter bus company reached out to reporters at Fox 17 in Nashville. She'd been told not to speak to the media, but she did it anyway. Why? Because
Wait. She had been told not to speak to the media. The fuck you mean she was told not to speak to the media? Okay, let's continue.
What she was seeing every day on the job was so strange, so without precedent in her 20-year career as a driver, that she felt she had to tell the public about it. Starting this April, the bus driver said, government agents began instructing her to pick up busloads of migrant children, foreign nationals from Guatemala, Mexico, Honduras, etc. The driver wasn't given any information beyond that. She was just told to take those children deep into the interior of the United States, away from the border, and do it as quickly as possible. Quote, there have been some...
Oh, Lord. Okay, so here you have a lady who has been working as a or a bus worker for the migrants for about 20 years now. And she has came out and pretty much said that this shit is not normal. She's pretty much said in all of my years of working, everybody right now is on the craziest type of time and I've ever seen these motherfuckers on. That's pretty much what she said. Now, let me break down why all of a sudden, you notice how we can go from trying to keep motherfuckers out to all of a sudden giving motherfuckers transportation to come directly into the heart of the city? Do you know the reason why? Do you really know the reason why they're doing this shit? They're doing this because the depopulation agenda is being rolled out quicker than you motherfuckers can see. They're going to start gathering everybody from everywhere. They never gave a fuck about migrants. The only reason why they gave a fuck about migrants in the first place was because they didn't have a way to control everybody yet. Now that they have a way to control everybody, come the fuck on in. Let's continue.
Some drop-offs in Nashville, some in Knoxville, some in Chattanooga, a couple in Atlanta, the driver said. That's just as far as I go. Then the children continue on further. Another source familiar with what's going on told Fox 17 that some of these foreign nationals were taken as far away as New York and Chicago and Miami. But there's a problem. If
New York, Chicago, Miami, very, very important places, because these are some of the first places where the vaccine, These are some of the first places where the vaccine mandation is going to start.
If you're trying to change the population of a country without the people who already live there finding out, it's tough to do it with buses. Because when you pull a bus packed with illegal migrants from a foreign country without the proper ID, without the right to be in this country at all, people tend to notice. So the Biden administration came up with a different plan. Quote, now they're flying the kids because the buses were easier to videotape going down the highway. Ask yourself, by the way.
So your president, the people that you guys voted for, literally just came out and said that because you guys are finding out the truth of us delivering all these migrants into the goddamn country, that we're going to hide it and start flying them in. Like, what? Let's continue.
By the way, since we've been talking a lot about democracy in this country, everything is a threat to democracy. If you change the population of a country without the consent of the people who live there, is that democracy? Doesn't that country belong to the people who live there? It's their country. That's what democracy is. Right. But what if a small number of hardened ideologues decided to take it away from those people and give it to foreign nationals? That would not be democracy. By the way, some of the footage of buses hauling illegal migrants was shot by the Center for Immigration Studies back in March, and we have a clip. Here it is.
What's happening most of the time is that they are boarding buses and heading into America's heartland. A conveyor belt of commercial and charter buses, just like this one in Del Rio, Texas, are carrying tens of thousands sight unseen from Texas, Arizona, and California borderlands northward. And
everybody that you see on this bus right now is coming into America because of how much America has been glorified, and or because of their current living situations that they're in right now. See how America works? We're going to make everywhere else around the world so fucked up and destroyed to the point where you're going to want to come here. Let's continue.
They are dropping their Haitian, Venezuelan, Cuban, and Central American family units in Florida and New Jersey, Tennessee, Massachusetts, Michigan, North Carolina, Georgia, Kentucky, and to large cities in Texas, such as Dallas and Houston.
How is this not the biggest story in the country? You're changing the population of America without the consent of Americans. You're doing.
So we were never Americans in the first place, and that's facts, because after this shit, America is no longer America. America is everywhere, fucking everywhere a cut. Everybody's fucking here, bro. We were never American. There's no fucking such thing as American. Everybody's here in this bitch now. I mean, everybody's already been here, but now they're showing you the full proof. Like, it's right in your face.
It secretly on a huge scale, and no one's noticing? 6 months after Inauguration Day, the borders are more open than ever. And it tells you everything you need to know about how the Biden administration approaches immigration.
Let's keep that number in mind. 6 months after Inauguration Day. 6 months after Inauguration Day. Let's just keep that number in mind.
They're not going to stop the flow of illegal migrants across our southern border. No. Instead, they give those migrants free transportation to anywhere in the United States that they choose. And when you notice that they're doing it, they don't stop. They just find a different way to do it, a new method of transportation.
They hide it.
How is this not an invasion? That's exactly what it is. And it's being embedded by the Biden administration. Here are the numbers. In May of last year, a total of 24,000 people were encountered by authorities at the southwestern land border. In May of this year, that number had risen to 180,000 people. That's the equivalent of the entire city of Chattanooga, Tennessee, showing up at the southern border every single month. And we're not cherry picking data, by the way. It's true every month. Last April, for example, 17,000 people showed up at the southern border. This April, the number was 178,000. It's that kind of increase, dramatic to the point that your eyes pop open.
Right.
Every month of this year since Joe.
Because you see, guys, once they have all these different types of people, and America, let's get this right, America has always had different types of people here. But once they truly unleash the agenda and start flooding with everybody from everywhere, they will have no choice. This is what they're going to use as their own excuse to roll out a mandatory vaccination law, because everybody's going to be here from every spot. No one's got identification. No one's got proper, documents on what the fuck's going on. So, you know what your new document's going to be? Your fucking vaccination record.
Joe Biden became president. In all, the number of illegal immigrants crossing the U.S.-Mexico border this fiscal year is already at its highest level since 2006, with 4 months still uncounted. Here's what it actually looks like at the Rio Grande.
In less than an hour, the smugglers have brought a group of at least 60 migrants into the United States just in this spot alone, many of them women and children. Border Patrol buses can't get down to the river's edge, so agents have to lead the migrants up a hill to a processing area. That's where they're joined by other migrants who have also illegally crossed on rafts in the area. It's big business for the human smugglers, who continue to benefit the most from the ongoing border crisis.
So that report makes an important point. A lot of the people coming over are just economic migrants. They're moving from very poor countries to the largest welfare state in the world, which is our country.
Right. They just want better lives. Some of these people don't even know really what's going on in this construct that they call America. Some of these people don't even know. Some of these people just hear that it's better over here and they want to come.
And why wouldn't they do that? You'd probably do the same if you could. We shouldn't allow them, but you can't blame them for wanting to. But not all of them are good people with obvious human motives like that. Some of them are very bad people. Some of them have pre-existing criminal records. According to Customs and Border Protection, immigration authorities have arrested 760 illegal migrants since October, just in the Laredo section of the Texas border. Last year, during the same period, they arrested only 60 people. So that's a 900% increase in the number of illegal immigrants detained with criminal backgrounds. By the way, that's not all who came here. Those are just the ones that we detained. We should tell you that includes sex offenders and gang members. not just drunk drivers, and it includes a lot of drug traffickers. Mexico's in the middle of a drug war right now, a real one. According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, just in the last year, fentanyl seizures at the southern border have surged more than 800%, and that's just in Texas. Keep in mind, fentanyl is extremely difficult to detect. It doesn't take much. It's odorless and colorless. It's very...
You can just feel the energy of everything in this so-called country, America, getting worse, and you can just feel it coming to a breaking point. You could just feel it. Like you could literally just feel everything coming to a breaking point. Even when you go around this, like even when you're out and about and you just, interacting with normal people, you can feel the energy of people, and you can tell that something is just like it's about to be a pop, like it's about to be like an explosion of something that's just gonna make a great change. I'm telling you.
Very easy to smuggle fentanyl. That's why they do it. Seen the OD rates in the United States? They're off the charts. Those deaths are being fed by the drug trade coming across our southern border.
Right.
It's killing Americans.
Which is on purpose.
So this is a disaster, and the numbers prove it. But according to Kamala Harris, it's progress.
And this is what
to the men and women who are on the ground doing the job every day. I commend all of them for the success that they have seen thus far. I'd call it progress. We're not exactly where we want to be yet, but we have seen extreme progress over these last few months.
Extreme progress as the numbers rise.
And this is the only thing that we've been hearing from the fucking president when it comes to the current fuckery that's going on in the state. We're making progress. We're not quite there, but we're trying to get to where we want. Where is it that you really want us to be? Everybody fucking vaccinated and running around like a robot? Let's continue.
And as the Biden administration, without your permission or knowledge, but at your expense, moves some unknown thousands of people into the interior of the United States where they begin new lives, again, on federal programs.
Exactly. With your same tax dollars that American citizens pay, they're doing shit under your nose without even telling you. And they've been doing this for a long time. This is just one of the millions of fuckeries that have been going on with our tax dollars. Let's continue.
Not a slam on them, but it's an attack, and one we should all join in on the people making it possible. The question is, what can you do about it? The administration's out of control. There's no oversight at all from the Congress, certainly not from the media. The stakes couldn't be higher. At this point, there's only one way to stop it. And there's only one man who can. His name is Greg Abbott. He is the governor of Texas. The governor of Texas could send the National Guard to the border and seal it. It's
Correct.
his border, too. Mm-hmm. There are 19,000 soldiers in the Texas National Guard. As of tonight, we believe Greg Abbott has deployed a mere 500 of them to the border. Why is that? Why not seal the border between Texas and Mexico? California is not going to do it. Arizona may or may not. Texas could tomorrow. Why aren't they? We wanted to ask Greg Abbott that question, but he refused to come on. One senior official in the state of Texas has agreed to address that question. And we're going to...
I can answer that question for you. Texas Governor Abbott, whatever the fuck his name is, he's not the governor of shit. And that is not his National Guard. He deployed those 500 troops so he can keep this shit going at fast pace. He put those troops in there so he can get them buses rolling, get these motherfuckers here, and get them vaccinated. Now, this man literally said that he would not respond to commenting about this. He literally said, I'm not going to respond. This proves to you they're not truly in control of shit. He is just a face. As soon as you hear governor of Texas, there's your face. He's just a face. Just like you see that face right there in that picture, that's all you're ever going to see is that fucking face. Let's continue.
Talk to him in just a minute. We want to begin tonight with someone who is down there, firsthand seeing what's happening. One of the few reporters who has covered our open borders, and that's Julio Rosas. Last night, he was in Roma, Texas. While he was speaking, a coyote showed up bringing migrants across the river in a raft. Here's what it looked like.
We are here in Roma, Texas. Right now, the Rio Grande is right behind me. And what's going on right now is coyotes are bringing over the illegal immigrants. Right here, this spot in Roma is a very popular crossing area. There's no Border Patrol, there's no National Guard, there's no Texas Highway Patrol. It's just us. They're over here.
Which usually there are border patrol and there are people there stopping them, or not truly stopping them, but halting them, at least halting them, and doing, the normal procedures that you would do when you're trying to come into the border so you can get in so-called legally. They're not even doing that no more. They gave up all fucks. They're letting people come straight through and giving them transportation to the heart of the cities. I'm telling you guys have to listen to this. This is all a part of the plan for the mass depopulation agenda. The first things first, though, is they have to get everybody gathered in these large cities, and they have to make it seem like the COVID surge is going way out of place now, and now it's a world emergency, and now we have to roll out the mandatory vaccination. We have to, because it's a world emergency. There's too many people here. COVID's out of control. But who the fuck is bringing these people here? You guys have to pay attention to what's going on.
And there's still more people across the bank from us as well.
And there's still more people coming. This is how many people are pouring in. Anyways, I just wanted to cover that with you guys today. I hope you guys gained some edification from that and a little bit just understanding on what is about to be taking place in the future. Because this is some real shit right here, man. There's a reason why they're doing this, and there's a reason why they weren't doing this before. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is real. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next peace, and I hope you guys, you know what I'm saying, stay on your square, man. I hope you guys stay knowledgeable, stay in your element, man. See you guys in the next. Peace.